Hi guys, Nick here. Today I'm going to show you how to use a tooltip, but also how you can add a tooltip as a page, and that is actually going to make your tooltips pop that little bit more inside Power BI. This is going to keep everything in brand. So with that said, smash that like button if this is useful, subscribe if you want to stay updated with all the hints and tips that I have here, and let's jump into the desktop and take a look at Power BI's tooltips. So guys, we're going to kick things off right here. So here I have a reasonable report, kind of looking at Bitcoin's price action, the number of wallets and things like that. The data is kind of irrelevant because what we're going to focus on are the tooltips. Now, if you're familiar with Power BI, you'll notice that when you hover above data, you'll end up with a standard tooltip like this one here. In this particular case, it shows me that the number of wallets for Bitcoin on the 8th of November 2021 here, for wallets that had over $10 million, for example, right? There were 11,000 of these wallets on the 8th of November. Okay, this is a standard tooltip that you can kind of see. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take that tooltip and we are going to make it something like this one, which is going to pop out that little bit more. It's going to keep it in brand, and it's going to basically make your data look a lot more appealing. So in this particular case here, we can see that the price of Bitcoin was 18.66K, and for wallets that had more than 10,000 BTC, there were 111 of them on this particular day. We haven't actually put the date in there, so we'll probably look to add that in the next one that we make. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, to do this, we actually need to create a brand new page. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So I'm going to add a page at the bottom here. We're going to give this a name. I'm going to use TT as a bit of a placeholder as tooltip, and then I'm going to say page 2. You can name this whatever you want. So this just makes it a little bit easier. So the next thing that we need to do here is to actually go ahead and change our canvas to match up with the size of a tooltip. This is actually really straightforward and easy to do. To do this, we're going to head on over to the visualizations. Over here, we're going to hit on the format your report page, give that a click, and then we're going to go down to where it says canvas settings. We're going to click that, and then you have this type where it says currently 16 by 9. We're going to give that a click, and then we're going to look for the tooltip section here. We're going to give that a click. Now this basically formats the entire page to be the correct size for a tooltip. Perfect. Okay, so what we need to do now is basically decide what we want on our tooltip. So if we take a look at this report here, okay, we have at the moment got the price, the wallet size, and the wallet count, but we also need to add date. So we're going to recreate this, and we're going to basically use the tooltips as kind of a place to kind of do that. So this is one that I've already created here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just copy this one across over into our second page, and I'm going to paste it in here. So this is the price. We obviously need to add a date in there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just reposition this in the top right hand corner here. Now the background here is going to be the background color that is in my own design, right? Now you can change this by going to format, you can go down to canvas background, and you can go to wallpaper, and you can adjust these accordingly. So this one here, for example, we want to go into the format settings. We'll go to canvas background, and I'm going to change this into my black theme, and we're going to basically make sure that that is not transparent, and it's going to come through just like so. Okay, so that's how I do that. Now this button here is quite straightforward. This is a visualization, and I'm just using a card. Okay, that's all I'm doing here for this one, but you can use any visualization that you want, whether that's a pie chart, bar chart, line graphs, whatever it is. I'm just using these ones for today's video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this because it's already in my brand settings, but if you wanted to adjust this, you'd go into your format sections, you'd go to your card values, you can change the size of these, you can also go down to your categories, whether you want them on or off, change the font colors and the styling of that. You can also go over to general, go to effects, and here you can change the background images and the border, or the background color I should say, and the border, and whether you want that white and have you want it rounded corners. Okay, so that's how you change that. This isn't really a video about how to add cards and all that, so I'm just going to leave it like so for now. Okay, so we know that this is a little bit on the larger side, so I'm just going to collapse this down a little bit, and we're just going to make this fit just up here next to that one. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to be how we have our tooltip to start with. I'm just going to move that a little bit further over to the right hand side. This one we're going to change to the date, so I'm going to go ahead and replace the price with the date time here. It's going to have the earliest date time. That side doesn't really matter, but I am going to rename this visual, and I'm going to make sure that it just says date, because that's That's the only thing I'm interested in showing here on the card. The data itself doesn't matter because the tooltip is going to filter this data for us. We just have to make sure that we're using the correct data for the particular chart that we are referencing. Okay, and as long as your tables are interconnected correctly, so such as these ones right here, as long as they're all connected correctly and you have a good data structure, this won't be a problem. You can use pretty much any data you want in your tooltip as long as it is connected correctly. So that's going to be the first thing we need. We're going to also copy this out again. This time I'm going to use, I'm actually going to pull this all the way across here because I do want that to kind of go all the way across, and I'm going to replace this data with the wallet size. Okay, now I have a unit size, but I also have text, which is going to be this one here. And again, I'm going to rename this visual. It's going to be wallet size, like so, and that's going to be there. We're then going to go ahead and copy and paste this again, just using Control-C, Control-V. I'm going to put that down at the bottom, and this time I'm going to go ahead and grab the actual wallet counts, and I'm going to drop that onto here as well. We're going to rename this wallet counts rather than sum of wallets. Okay, that's quite a straightforward thing to do, and we're going to do that like so. Now we have a page, TT page 2, with a tooltip that's kind of set up to show us the data that we want. We can adjust this, we can add whatever we want. I'm just going to go ahead and try to make this a little bit bigger, but still kind of make it makes sense essentially. Okay, we're now going to head on over to the chart that we want to add the tooltip to. Okay, so at the moment it's still referencing my old tooltip. So in order to do this, we're going to select my graph here. I'm going to go over to the format of the visual. Okay, I'm going to go to General, and then I'm going to come down to where it says Tooltip. Currently this is on, it can be off depending, and here you have Report Page as your type or default. I'm going to use Report Page, and instead of TT Page, I'm going to use TT Page 2. I'm going to select that, and now our tooltip is going to be our new tooltip that we've just created, and here you can see that we have the price, the date, although the date formatting might need to change a little bit. You've got the wallet counts that we're looking at, so units above 10,000, and the number of wallets that are in there. Now in this particular chart, I can of course adjust our view here. I can zoom right in and I can be really specific about this, and it's going to show me what the price was here on the 30th of May 2024 for wallets that had more than 10,000 BTC, and there were 106 wallets counted within that data. So guys, hopefully you have found this tutorial useful on how to add tooltip pages within your visuals and try to keep everything in brand. You can really kind of go above and beyond within your Power BI reporting. With this, you could keep everything in brand, but you can also add pie charts, line graphs, and of course, bar charts. You can really give a little bit more granular detail to what your chart is trying to tell you. Obviously, you want to keep this kind of top level because it's not really designed for granular level detail of analysis. For that, you might want to do more of a kind of detailed drill through rather than using a tooltip. But this gives you a little bit more insight just there by hovering above your visual. If you found this useful and informative, hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, check that video out right there. It's one you probably don't want to miss.